Lori. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the Stretch the Sketch series, and you're looking at a sketch by Page Maps, and that is the sketch that we are going to be using for the month of April. I'll have a list of all the other ladies that are participating down below for this month, and it has actually been a while since I've been able to play along, and I'm super excited that I was able to get one done for the month of April, and I'm going to be using the Cocoa Vanilla collection Happiness. And it's one of the newest collections. It is so pretty. I love the colors. It's so vibrant. And I got it from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club for my March kit. So from the sketch, you can, or if actually, I should start. If you're not familiar with this series, it's where we take a typical 12 by 12 sketch and turn it into something different size-wise. So you could have a 12 by 12 double page, or you could have a 6 by 12 or a 9 by 12, or you could do some pocket life scrapbooking, or you can also turn it into a traveler's notebook page. Just basically anything other than the size of a 12 by 12. So I have chosen to continue working in my 9 by 12 album, and that's what size this is. And the sketch called for a pattern paper that ran through the middle of your page, as well as either like a border sticker, or maybe you can use a border punch or like a trim or a ribbon at the bottom. But instead of doing all of that, I just took another piece of, actually the B side of that flower or floral paper, and just tore it so you got that rough edge, and it created the same look. I stuck to the sketch pretty much like perfectly, except I swapped the smaller squares with the larger like rectangle squares, not rectangle squares, rectangle shapes, and had those go on top. So those little squares are sized 2 by 2, and then the larger rectangle shapes are 2 by 3s. The sketch also called for 2 photos, and I usually don't scrapbook 2 or multiple photos on a page, but I thought this would be fun just to go ahead and stick with it, so I did like a then and now theme for my photos. As you can see, it's of my youngest son, Elijah. The top one is when he was maybe 3 or 4 months old, so it had to have been in 2008 since he was born at the end of 2007. And then the present photo was taken a couple weeks ago. We were just sitting in the car waiting for his brother to be done with guitar practice, and I snapped his picture. And what's funny is after I'll say smile, and he'll smile, and then all of a sudden make a serious face. And of course, that's the second I had snapped it, is when he made the serious face. So he cracks me up. So serious. Anyways, okay, so I am trying to work on my title here. I pulled these Altenew puffy / epoxy stickers out, and I used one of the ephemera pieces that says love, and I was going to put love your face, and I just didn't like how it was fitting since my space was limited. I wanted to keep all of the stickers within that box or square. Nope, it's not even a square, it's a rectangle. I promise I do not need to go back to kindergarten and learn my shapes. But so that didn't end up working, and I ended up scrapping the whole idea and ended up using another ephemera piece that just says happy times, because it was happy times in both photos. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going through my ephemera right now, or before I was, and yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to put in each of the boxes. The sketch called for like a tag, and then some journaling in one of them, and I think for the most part I have most of it the same, but I just wanted to add some embellishments on each of the boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and add here my photos, and there is my title that says happy times, and I'm going to layer a floral piece underneath it. And let's see, add that cute leaf. And let's see, what am I doing? Oh, I pull out the 6 by 12 sticker sheet, and this is where I found the tag, which is perfect because the sketch did have a tag on one of the boxes. So I thought this was perfect. This is where I was going to do my journaling. And then now I was kind of figuring out, did I want to put something underneath it or just lay the tag just directly onto that box? And which I do. I end up doing that. I do add this leaf after the fact, and I add a couple flowers here in just a second on top of that leaf. Or branch of leaves, I guess you could say. There we go. I love how that turned out. And that's when I moved, well, right before I stuck it down, I moved that circle piece that with the floral wreath around it, I moved that up to the top left. Now that piece that says "You Are So Special," I think this is from Altenew as well. I'm really not sure, but I believe it is. So I put the floral, that pink floral down, and then layered up "You Are So Special" on top of it, and I like how that turned out. Now I'm trying to find something to put in the middle of that circular element. And then I thought, okay, do I want to put something else? And then I found these flares from Coco Vanilla Studio and thought about adding one there, but I don't. I ended up putting it somewhere else. Now the sketch has in the top right a cluster, and I decided to add that to the bottom left. I felt like there was a little more space down at the bottom and thought that it looked better down there on my layout. So I added that pink flower and then that label and a text sticker from the sticker sheet that says "Happy Little Moments." Then I add this butterfly from that same sticker sheet and just put glue on the middle and pop up the wings so it gives it some dimension. And I'll probably go in and add a couple foam dots behind the wings so it doesn't get smashed when I store my layout. I added a sweet sticker and then a heart. Yeah, let's see, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to work on my journaling. I'm going to trim that off. And I love how it's looking so far. I keep it fairly simple. I do add some journaling, and then I'm going to go here, or in a minute, and add some sequins. But I'm just going to add some simple journaling, which is funny because I usually don't add my journaling on camera, but decided just to keep rolling. I just add just some quick info about both photos and keep it simple. And then I add this flare at the top right of that tag. And it kind of finishes it off. It needed something. It was a little empty right there, and I love how it turned out. It felt like it completed the page. And speaking of completing the page, I couldn't not add these exclusive sequins that came with this kit. They were exclusively designed for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club from Spiegelmom Scraps. That's a tongue twister. So I thought I would sprinkle some of these beautiful sequins in a couple places on my page. I'm just getting those glued down. And I like the final touch that it added so much that I thought, okay, well, why don't I add some splatters after I finish gluing these sequins. So I'm going to go in here in just a second and add some ink splatters. But these sequins are so pretty and they match perfectly. Like, look at that. I love it. It looks so cute. And then I'm pulling some shimmers. I believe I get a Vibes in Sweetheart. I think that's what I chose. Or is it a Spritz? I think it's I can't remember, but it's a Shimmer Sweetheart, and then I believe it's a Vibes Ahoy Matey. And that's like a really dark blue, which looks black right here, but it just really pulls in with the black and white photos. And I love how that turned out. But that is my final layout. I love how it turned out. I hope y'all give it a try. Definitely check out the other videos in the link, or the video links below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.